Hey guys, it's Yoshi the Plumber here, and I'm back finally making a video. And this first video is going to be about PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale for the PS Vita and the PS3. Basically, PlayStation All-Stars is a crossover battling game for the PS3 and the PS Vita, which has been released on November 2013 in the North American. Basically, the game is just basically a fighting game. Now, you guys might be thinking it's going to be boring and it's going to suck. You know, that's what I thought too, because fighting games nowadays are pretty boring and basic. And what I mean by that is, it normally has one thing, or two, or three. It has a fighting state, it has fights, it has the versus mode, story mode, and pretty much the online stuff. But it doesn't really have an actual story to it, because in certain games, there's only one story to it. But in PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, there's more than one story. Each character has their own story to why they're battling all these characters. Like Parappa the Rapper, he's fighting all the characters so he can get a comic book. Or Sackboy, I guess he's trying to return home or something. And you know, etc, etc. Each character has a different story, but it doesn't actually feel like a different story. It's the same character, just versing different people. I wouldn't really call that a story. It's really much of a copy paste on the same story. They have a reason to go and fight, and then they're just fighting characters. And it's basically, it goes in order, if you would say. First you're fighting one character, then you're fighting two characters, then you're fighting three characters, and it doesn't change from different characters. Like if you were versing Parappa, the first fight you would have like two people. No, it's basically in order, 1, 2, 3, etc, etc. When you beat all the characters in arcade mode, you have to fight the champion. Now the champion is a person you really haven't beat yet, not counting the characters you have to buy. Yep, PlayStation All-Stars, you have to buy characters and costumes, which is reasonable. So basically you have to fight the champion. For like Parappa, the champion is Spike, and Sackboy, the champion is Big Daddy. And basically Big Daddy tries to stop Sackboy, but his daughter wants Sackboy, and Big Daddy's mad and tries to kill Sackboy. Parappa tries to save the monkey from Spike, you know, and they just fight. Then the next scene is Polygon Man, which is the main boss, which is really, really easy to beat, even in Insane mode, which is basically All-Stars mode. In All-Stars mode, the computers can get really tough out of the blue for no reason. I mean, I know it's All-Stars mode, but this is how it actually kind of works first. First, they're just weak on you. Then when you least expect it, they kick your ass in like 10 seconds. And I mean, it's out of the blue. But when you're playing arcade mode, All-Stars mode is really simple for some reason. Some unexplainable reason, when it's really supposed to be hard. But once you beat the boss, you know, I guess you'll level up enough to get costumes and crap, and you'll get icons. And that's basically arcade mode. And honestly, I do not like arcade mode. It's kind of crappy, especially for a fighting game. And I mean, I know they're trying to give it different stories, but it's kind of boring and bland. I mean, I'd rather play the Super Smash Bros. Brawl story mode, and Brawl sucks now. Now we're gonna go on to the versus mode and the online mode. Basically, online mode has like 15 features, over exaggeration. You could do an offline match where you could play with your friends. I don't know why they would call it an offline match when you can invite friends, which kind of makes no sense. I mean, I know they added the offline mode because you could play offline, but there really shouldn't be an option to invite friends if it's an offline match. An offline option, you know. And then you have the tournament, which is basically you just going around fighting random people. And that's basically it, besides the leaderboards, I think. I don't even know if there's a leaderboards. Basically, oh yeah, there's also the quick match. You can just verse people quickly and, you know, move on. Now we're gonna go on to the goals. Yep, there's goals in this game, which actually makes the game more fun. Oh, I didn't give the online mode a good thing. Well, online is okay, except when I have the Vita, it's very confusing to find the offline match when it's in the online match. When it's on the online options, and it's, it gets complicated. For PS3, it's not really hard to find. Anyway, now let's move on to the goals. When you go to goal, you have to go to customize and blah blah blah, and you'll find goals. And it gives you a whole list of what you have to do to get goals. And the goals help you level up a lot. If you complete a goal, you'll level up a lot on the character you use to complete the goal. Now, I actually like the goals. And I mean, they're not useless. They're actually pretty helpful when you want to level up your character. And I think that's a pretty good thing to add. So, the goals thing is awesome. And it's pretty damn good to add. Now we're going to move on to the customization, which is basically the icons, backgrounds, character moves, and minions. Yeah, okay. Anyway, basically, customization is where you get to change your icon, background. You can change the character around, and the minions. What are minions, you may say? Minions are the characters that pop up when you get more than one kill. If you get 2 kills, the minion, I think, will pop. Yeah, the minion will pop up, giving you like a congratulations. And the minion is really supposed to help you level up. When the minion pops up on your screen, that you should know there, it actually helps you level up just a tiny bit. Anyway, the minions are just there to help. They're just there to clap you on when you get more than 1 kill. And you can choose from many minions, and you can even buy minions on PlayStation Network, on the PlayStation Network store. The customization icon thing. The icon and background is what people can see when you're playing an online match, or even if you're playing an offline match, you can still see your icon and background. It's just something there to make you look fancy. And actually, that's a pretty good thing, And I'm pretty glad about that. And I actually like that. That was a very smart move indeed. Now, the last thing I'm going to say is PlayStation All-Stars is actually a pretty okay game. If story mode was a bit better and harder, and it wasn't hard to find offline matches and crap for the Vita, I'd say this game would be better. This game actually gets a 7 out of 10 in my book. Great job, Sony. And Superbot. You did a great job.